In the following video, we're looking at P2.1. It says Happy Snappers is a small business entity that offers photographic services at weddings and other functions. You have asked to maintain the accounting records of Happy Snappers. A summary of the transactions that you processed during the current month is as follows. So you said here, debit bank, credit fees increasing, accounts receivable and fees both increasing, bank and fees received in advance is increasing, and then bank is increasing whereas accounts receivable is decreasing. The owner, who has no knowledge of accounting, looked at these entries and commented as follows to you. In entry A, you have recorded the receipt of cash and have recognized the income. This I understand. In entry B, you have recognized income but no cash has been received. How is this possible? In entry C, you have recorded the receipt of cash, but it appears no income has been recognized. And what is the fees received in advance? In entry D, you have also recorded receipt of cash, but again, no income is recognized. Why is this so? You are required to explain using the correct accounting terminology your accounting treatment for the transactions for A, B, C, and D. So let's look at the first transaction of A. In A, we're saying the bank is increasing and the fees is increasing, right? Now, in this case, our fees is an income to us because we're offering photographic services, right? So we're doing the photography and we are charging the people, and that is our way of generating income. So in the first transaction, the bank account is increasing. Why? Because we received money. So that's the first part. We've increased the fees or services rendered account. Why? Because we've rendered the service and earned the income. So that's the important part there. If you look at transaction B, it says accounts receivable is increasing and the fees account is increasing. So what does this mean? It means we've rendered the service, we went to the wedding, we took the photos, etc. We've rendered our service, meaning that once you've rendered the service, you've earned the income. So we earned the income, right? Have we received the money? No. So they owe us. And if a customer owes us, we call this accounts receivable over here. So our accounts receivable is increasing because they owe us more. Our fees is increasing because we have rendered the service and therefore earned the income. Let's look at transaction C. In transaction C, the bank account is increasing and here it says fees received in advance. So what does this mean? This means we received the money but we have not rendered the service yet. So therefore we receive the money, yes, the bank account is increasing. We haven't rendered the service yet, we must still render the service. So this means we owe them. And when we owe them, what do we classify it as? A liability. So the fees received in advance account is a liability stating that we've received your money, but we still owe you the service. Then in transaction D, we've received money from accounts receivable. So our bank is increasing, yes, but our accounts receivable is decreasing. So what does this mean? In this case, money was received from a customer who owed us previously for services we already rendered, right? So in this case, the customer now is paying us. So our bank is increasing. Does the customer still owe us? No. So therefore, accounts receivable must decrease. So when we look at transactions like these, in this case, the transactions were recorded. We should be able to look at the transactions and still analyze what transaction transpired. And that is the important part of accounting. We need to be able to look in the transaction and identify what actually happened. So that's the solution and that's the discussion that we have for P2.1. I want you to work through this question again and of course write out your solution because that is a form of practicing. So you're going to have to write out your solution. If you want one of the tutors to mark it, give it to them so they can mark, but you must be able to construct full sentences when answering. It's not answers in bullet points, it's writing out full sentences for each of the required A, B, C, and D.